Are you a glass half full or glass half empty kind of human? New research suggests optimism might have less to do with your personality and more to do with opportunity. Specifically, the opportunity to learn and have control. And surprisingly, one of our best teachers might be chickens. In a recent study published in the Journal of Applied Animal Welfare Science, researchers worked with Cornish Cross hens to answer the question, does learning itself influence emotional state? Half the chickens were given simple problem-solving tasks to earn food rewards, meaning they had to learn and actively choose to get the reward. The other half received food without learning opportunities. Same food, different agency. To measure emotional state, researchers used a judgment bias test, a standard tool in animal cognition. Chickens were trained to recognize one cue that meant food and another that meant no food. Then researchers introduced an ambiguous cue. Chickens who approached it quickly were interpreted as more optimistic. Chickens who hesitated were considered more pessimistic. The learning group solved tasks successfully about 84% of the time, and later approached the ambiguous cue more quickly. The control group solved tasks only about 23% of the time, and showed more hesitation. In short, learning and control were linked to more optimistic responses and moods. This adds to decades of research showing chickens are cognitively sophisticated with intimate inner lives. They solve problems, distinguish shapes and colors, count, recognize individuals, track social rank, communicate using dozens of vocalizations, have rich personalities, and exhibit emotional intelligence with the complexity of demonstrating emotional contagion or empathy. Research consistently shows they don't just react, they experience. Each year, 70 to 80 billion chickens are raised for food worldwide. If learning and agency affect emotional well-being in birds, that raises several important welfare questions. So, what lesson can humans learn from these brilliant bird brains? Across species, optimism may grow where there is opportunity, where individuals can learn, explore, and exert control. For chickens, as for humans, the ability to interact meaningfully with one's environment seems to foster more positive emotional states. Recognizing that shared capacity may be the first step toward building environments, human and non-human alike, that leave a little more room for optimism. Subscribe for more curiously cognitive content. Thanks for liking and sharing. Stay curious.